Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Motor Skid. I know we've taken a long break and stuff, but Imran was away on vacation and stuff, so we didn't want to hold or host another video without him. So today's topic is going to be about instinct. And oh yeah, welcome back, man.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Today's topic is going to be about instinct, and this is a very interesting topic because it's something that I've had a lot of, like over the years. You know, it's instinct is basically a feeling that you get when you're just about to like get onto your bike or your car, or you know, get into your boat or whatever. You know, so trying to go out for a nice day or whatever, but just before you get onto it, you get this really uncomfortable feeling or a very bad feeling, and you're just like, you know what, maybe not today.
Not today.
Exactly. Now, the problem is when you fight with that feeling and you decide, you know what, I don't care. It's just like in the back of my mind, maybe there's this uncomfortable feeling. Maybe if I hop on the bike or get in the car or whatever, it's gonna go away and I'm gonna be good. But at the same time, I found out the hard way that you fight that feeling and you end up paying for it.
Mess. True.
So I'm sure you guys have some stories as well.
I think we had one of the cases together.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
But you know what? I think it's kind of little of that. When you have a test, you get that instinct you're gonna fail.
Yeah.
And then you automatically do an action and it fails. You get a result out.
Yeah.
The story which you're talking about, is this the one where you guys got arrested?
No.
Okay.
That one actually, that too. That happened on a Thursday night, and he forced me to go out riding. I didn't want to go out for this damn ride. I didn't want to go out for this ride, and he said, "Oscar, come on, man, it's going to be all the Yamaha guys and stuff." And I'm just like, I'm not a fan of riding on Thursday nights, because Thursday nights means cops and, you know, a lot of trouble and stuff. So I went out riding with the group and stuff, and that Thursday night we ended up racing and getting caught. I ended up spending 2 nights in jail.
2 or 3 nights almost.
Yeah.
It had to be on the Ashura night.
I didn't drop the soap though. So anyway, about our incident, I think we had about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. 6 guys that planned to join us for the ride. So
he was one of them.
Yeah. So we had 6 guys planned to join us for this ride, and what happened is around 4 o'clock or let's say 4:30 in the morning, we started getting messages from the group saying, "Hey, I'm out. I'm not interested today. I'm not coming out for the ride." So at the end of the day, it was just Imran and me, and we decided, you know what? He kept saying, he's like, you know what? If everyone's canceling, let's just cancel the ride. And I'm like, no, you know what? I need to ride. I had a really rough week and stuff, and I just want to get on the bike. And he just kept saying, "Come on, are you sure?" and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I wanna go out for a ride. So the plan was to meet up at my house. So Imran went over to I think to pick up the scrambler.
Yes, I went to pick up the scrambler.
Yeah, so he went to pick up the Wasif scrambler to come out for the ride, and the bike wasn't starting. You said?
True.
Yeah.
I had to push for 10-15 minutes.
So the bike wasn't starting, which was, I guess, signal 2. First one being that the guys canceled, right? The second one, the bike not starting, was another reason or another feeling that should have struck us and said, "Hey, you know what? Don't go ahead for this." But I was still like adamant about riding and stuff. So by the time Imran said that the bike couldn't start, he just said, "Why don't you come over to where I am and help me push the bike and we'll get it started." So we changed the direction, and instead of the meeting point at my place, we ended up meeting at wherever the bike was in Al Hassan. So while I was on my way to Al Hassan to meet up with him, I slipped and I had an accident. So luckily nothing happened to me. It was something very minor, but as soon as I like got back up, I basically called up Imran. I said, "Hey, you know what? This is what happened. I'm just gonna head home." And at that same point, he just said, "Oscar, you won't believe it, but the bike just started up now." So he ended up meeting me at my house and stuff, and that was one of the stories that basically taught me as well, like, do not fight that feeling. That feeling is basically saying, "Hey, don't do it. Just don't go ahead with it." But I kept fighting it because I want to say it's desperation. It was just that desperation to get on the bike and just, you know, unwind or whatever, you know. So what about you? Tell me something I'm sure you've experienced this before with cars, motorcycles, or boats or whatever.
If you're talking about instinct, it happens all the time on the road. Like when you know a guy is going to mess up, come in your lane,
Yeah.
or you know, like the Saudis. what they do.
Happy
They-
National Day, Saudi.
Yeah. So these guys, whenever they are gonna mess up, you have that feeling in the back of the head. Okay, this guy is gonna come into my lane, or this
Yeah.
guy is gonna just come and just break hard. It happens all the time. But I have some interesting stories when I took out the boat on one weekend.
Okay.
That was a very interesting one. So I had planned with the boys,
Okay.
and the plan was from like 5 days back. We had planned that we are going to go on a Thursday. It's always a Thursday, like you say, right?
Good weekends.
What was going to be
Yeah.
a Thursday morning or Thursday night or
Thursday
what?
morning.
What? Okay.
You
Okay.
because the Bahrain Coast Guard laws are when the first light comes till the last light, then you are allowed to go out.
Okay.
You're not allowed
Oh, I
to
thought
go
that's
out
the
there.
race light. Just one light. You just take off. Okay.
So what happened that day was everyone woke up, prayed the Fajr prayers, and I got a call like, "Are you ready?" And I told to my boss like, "I don't know. I don't feel like going today. Like, at the back of my mind, I'm not comfortable. Like Vasif, we have planned this from 3 days, 4 days back. You can't just ditch us now. Let's go ahead with it." Okay.
My boat, my ride.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Went ahead and while we were unloading the boat into the wharf, it was all clear. The weather was clear, pleasant, nothing wrong. The moment I hit the open sea, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it started raining, and then
What?
there was no gale warning also that day, and immediately, all of a sudden, the seas became rough.
What?
It didn't even take me 15 minutes to go into the open sea, and when the weather became rough, it took me 2 hours to get back to the shore. Bilge pump was overheating, engine was overheating, fuel had run low. We had filled up the fuel before going in
What?
as well, and it was a bad day. And if even one of the things had gone wrong, fuel had depleted, or the engine had shut down, or the bilge pump stopped working, would have been really bad because the water was splashing inside. Boat was throwing out water like anything. Even when we reached the fort for a good 1 hour, bilge pump threw all the water out.
Don't
It was
go
bad.
out in the sea.
Yeah.
It was bad. So, like you said, that feeling sometimes you get, you're not comfortable, right? You should not.
Yeah,
go there.
I feel like it's so important, right? That you need to know when to put your foot down. I know that it's like that's the thing. You promise some friends that you take them out and stuff, and then all of a sudden, never. It's just something that I learned over time. Do not ever fight that feeling, because if you get that gut instinct that okay, you know what, this is what it is, and you go against it, it could have ended really badly,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Could have ended really badly.
Yeah, and if the bilge pump stops working, your body is going to take water and you will sink eventually.
Wow.
It's like Final Destination. You don't want to go it, but you will still go there and you get smacked and then down.
Nice. Imran's always got a movie to correspond to everything. And then what else? Tell us about Final Destination.
Avatar?
No, we're not talking about Avatar. Tell us about Final Destination, because I know you've got something linked to it.
Well, there's so many actually. How to say that? There were, if you remember the movie, there were 1 or 2 whatever parts are there, and then every time they say that don't do it, and when they do it, there is a reaction towards it. Like I don't really recall so many what scenes are there, but then most of it is related to very similar things.
Like, do you guys believe that everything happens for a reason?
Oh yeah, definitely, it does.
Because something very like I will always tell the wife, right? Like, hey, when I'm gonna go out for a ride, right? Just tell me, say the right words to me, which is enjoy, have fun, just basically like more positive words. I noticed that when you say positive words, like, just go out, enjoy, have fun,
See you soon.
do your best or whatever. Yeah, see you in a bit or whatever. I feel like that automatically that's some positivity that's thrown into the ride, and that honestly that leads you to having a good ride as well. But even though I've tried this 1,000 times, because we ride at like 4 o'clock in the morning, she's like half awake or whatever, and she's like,
go away.
No, be safe, don't race, and I'm just like, why are you saying that kind of stuff, like, she's like, don't do anything stupid, and I'm just like, come on, like, what happens is automatically I don't know if you guys feel that way as well, but that it's not a negative thing, it's just that it's something that plants some seed in your mind the whole time, so the entire ride you're like, okay, I heard
It's
this.
in the back of your head.
It's always in the back of your mind, and just like, what do I do about this? So you try and find the positive in it.
So what I do in this case, I don't wake them up. It's like goodbye and come back. Hey, I'm back home. I'm
Okay.
just. No, but you're right. It's being away.
It's good at the same time. I feel like it's very important because again, you're taking a risk, right? So I feel like it's important to just at least say farewell at least for some time, because you don't know how things are going to end up, right? And another very interesting story is Prasad as well. We met up on Thursday afternoon, okay, and we were chilling at a shisha cafe, and he's like, man, you were gonna ride tomorrow. I'm like, no, you know what? Not feeling it. I'm not interested in riding tomorrow. And he's like, come on, man. He's like, I just got these new carbon fiber bits and stuff. I wanna take out the bike and take some nice pictures and stuff. I'm like, listen, I'm really not interested. He's like, no, come on. I'm like, listen, not happening. I'm sorry. I will not fight this instinct that I have. I'm not interested in riding. So he's like, come on, or whatever. I'm like, no, sorry. So at night he calls me up again around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and he's like, hey, are you gonna come for the ride or what? He's like, I just washed the bike and everything is ready. He's like, we won't go fast, we'll just chill and stuff. I'm like, okay, you know what? Fine, if this is the case or whatever. I'm like, I'll be at the Seaf petrol station. I'll meet you there by 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock we'll meet up or whatever. We'll do a 1.5 hour, 2 hour ride, and then we just head home. So I went there at 5 o'clock and everything, and I kept calling him. I'm like, what? This guy, usually whenever he wakes up, he'd send me a message like, hey, I'm up, let's go, I'm good, I'm on the way or whatever. So 5 o'clock came, he didn't pick up. 5:30 came, didn't pick up. Then another friend ended up coming who didn't plan to join us for the ride, but he showed up there and everything, and he's like, Oscar, maybe he's sleeping. So I said, okay, you know what, you guys carry on or whatever, I'm just gonna wait for him. So I waited till around 6:30 almost, and he didn't show up. And I'm like, man, this guy made me wake up early, ruined my Friday morning sleep or whatever, and then he's probably sleeping. So I met up with some other friends who just happened to show up at the gas station, and we took off. We took off to Zalak. And when I reached Zalak and everything, I was just like, if this guy ends up showing up over there, there's gonna be war. I'm like, I'm not in the mood for that. So at around 8:30, he sends me a message like, hey, I'm on the way. And I'm like, this is not gonna end well. So what happens is, I'm at the Karak shop down in Zalak. And what happens is, he and another friend call up one of our friends and is like, hey, we're close by, meet us, we'll meet you guys at the Karak shop. We're just gonna go fill up fuel and come directly. So we said, okay, cool. And then literally at around, I think almost 9 o'clock, 9 something, the other guy calls, who was riding with Prasad, calls and says there was an accident. And we're like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, there was an accident. Prasad got hit by the car and everything, and he's on the ground and stuff. So we went rushing to him and everything. Anyway, long story short or whatever, whatever happened. And Prasad's father was just like, Oscar, he woke up late, okay? There was already signs, that were just being thrown at him, like, don't go. Today is not meant you're not meant to go out for a ride. So the father set up his breakfast and everything, and Prasad didn't even end up finishing his breakfast because he was rushing to hop on the bike and come to the meeting point. So why I brought this topic up again is just that it's, you just keep fighting against this one instinct, and that instinct is basically, it could be just a sign saying, hey guys, today is not the day. Just chill. You've got the rest of your life. The bike is not going anywhere. The car's not going anywhere. The boat's not going anywhere. I feel like whenever we're fighting that instinct, we're just asking for the worst.
I still remember the same day I was actually supposed to ride with you guys, but I was at the circuit waiting for that track day or something, and then you were always supposed to come back after the ride to the track.
Yeah.
And I heard the news and I was like, no, that's not happening. I mean, I was supposed to ride with you guys, it didn't happen. So you're right. Sometimes you get stopped. Sometimes you stop by yourself, and sometimes when you force, you never know whose number is up.
Yeah, that's true.
This is our part of the story, actually. I think people should come up and give us their stories.
Yeah, definitely. What about actually last week as well, or the week before, right?
Oh, shush.
Yeah,
no.
There was the week before. I know you were gonna end it there, but Thursday night we were supposed to ride, and it just so happened to be that I think everybody started backing out one by one
saw that.
again. And in the group, they just started backing out from the ride. And I'm just like, why is everyone backing out? I want to ride, I want to ride. And what happened then is one of my friends called as well. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of felt like I've seen the story before. And I'm like, you know what? It's just the two of us. Let's just cancel the ride. So we canceled the ride and everything. It just so happened to be that
Somebody else.
somebody else experienced the bad side of it.
I would say something. It was weird. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I saw another instinct right after that night.
Really?
It was you two guys.
What?
And I was scared. No, I don't know who I was dreaming. Was I dreaming or whether you guys were there? And I was like, guys, don't ride. At least not today. Not today. It was that 2 weeks back. I was like, don't ride. Man, got a feeling. So I just kept quiet, slept it as I forget it.
The crazy part of the two stories is Friday the 13th. That's the coincidence. It's not.
I
not
mean,
something
I don't
planned.
believe in superstitions. Or
No,
stuff.
I'm
Yeah.
not that level, but
It's not.
There are some signs which you get hit that don't ride. It's like a mood click.
Yeah.
You don't feel, don't ride. Simple.
I didn't
Stay
know.
away.
I didn't know it was Friday the 13th either time. It just so happened to be that it was just happened to be that day, that date, you know. But crazy. Anyway, guys.
Don't ride on Friday. Don't ride on 13th, whatever it is. Just
Yeah, Friday the 13th and Thursday nights, guys. Thursday nights are dangerous. But we'd love to hear if you guys have had any sort of feeling before hopping on a bike, or getting into your car, or whatever. Just let us know what you guys feel. And what do you guys think? Anything you guys want to say as well?
Thank you. See you guys soon.